I guess welcome back to another episode. We're here at the very start of season three, match day one, technically in the League Cup, but that meant we got pretty far through January and all the way to here. So that meant new signings have happened. Guys have been released. As you actually just saw, one of the news things there, someone was released. So we'll start with going through things here. We'll start with someone that is currently on bid, Christian Floki Finn Buggeson, 32-year-old striker. Just a guy to come in, get some starts here and there, play some minutes, and get some goals. Backup striker option. So he's on bid. He's hopefully coming in. Um, won't be able to see anybody being released, I guess. I don't know if you can even see who was released by you, but we did have a couple guys go, including Sakande. So that takes us to where we are here. So they said Sakande refused to sign a new contract. Kyrie Christiansen refused to sign a new contract. It meant we had to replenish our striker options. And I let Toby King go. I let Giesman go. So guys had to be coming in. So we'll start with Cam. I brought in a new Cam. I felt like Subotic was really ran dry for especially towards the back end of the season, and he had some interest in him in January. Nobody submitted a bid, but Olympiacos were interested in him. So I brought in Arnar Borg Gudjonsson on a free. Comes here from FH. So decent player to play Cam as a backup option, subs, get some starts here and there. And like I said, Toby King went out. I felt like we needed a new starting midfielder to sit next to Loki Oscarsson. So that meant Christian Illich, 30-year-old Croat, um, experienced midfielder. He's solid. He's got some decent solid stats in there. I mean, you can see he's been all over the place. Most of his career was spent in Austria, but he's been all over the place recently. But decent stats, not too bad. He is going to be retiring at the end of the season, which is fine. Get him for a year. But our star striker, our star signing so far, is going to be Samson Akinyula. He's from Benin, international player, and he's pretty good. He's solid. I like him. He's got that 15 off the ball, good determination, good decisions, good composure, decent finishing first touch. He was better than Sakande. Simple as that. So very happy to bring those guys in. In terms of our squad, it hasn't changed much. Obviously, those guys have not come in yet, so they're still waiting to come in. The club, no matter how much I keep asking, are still not approving of a U19 team or a professional status. I keep asking. Got a couple more requests coming in a few days' time, but I mean, it's all these youth got players are still here, and I don't think. I mean, we didn't sell anyone. The only guys that did leave were guys that were contracts were up. Bernabe and Soka are both going to be leaving at the end of the season, which is fine by me. 33, 32 years old, bringing a new goalie, new right back, perfectly fine with that there, honestly. One more season, get a good one in, and rock and roll. So, with Christiansen and Sakande both leaving, we were left very thin. And by very thin, I meant no senior strikers that have played there that much. So, Jeff's going to start up top in this game against Narvik. Hafthorson on the left, Subotic and Kanal. And then Oscarsson, Gigi Ingvarsson, Hamza Traore, and Yamwego, left side of the defense, Thorholsen, Soka, and then Bernabe. I've got Albertson, right back, youth, on the bench. He's currently wanted by Brettable, but I do have a contract offer already sent to him. Einerson, Unerstein, Ingvarsson, Stefansson, Plotter, Odgerson, and then Valdorsson, young 16-year-old striker. Just got him in the youth intake. He was definitely probably the best striker or best player that we got in the youth intake. Good pace about him, good finishing, determinations and decisions is good. Off the ball needs to improve. He's definitely not a Champions League caliber player. I mean, no other team really is, but he's not a title winning player. But at the same time, get him in there against some lower league teams, a few minutes here and there for winning pretty heavy. So perfectly fine with that. And then I do have Throttur back here. He's going to be slowly featured more and more. But other than that, I mean, you got these four guys here. They're all out of contract. They were all youth players that were at the club when the save started. We've got Good Bergson as well still here. Blundell is going to be leaving, so he's still at the club, but I'm not going to feature him as much. And then I also have Kaldal, whose contract is still with us, but his contract ends at the end of the season. But I can't get rid of him, can't shake him. It's really frustrating, but he's still here. So we're going to go ahead and get into game 1 of season 3. Isak Albertson and Valderson will both get random numbers. So they want new numbers. If they're serious first team players, they can get it in the long run. But let's get into this first game here and hopefully start the season off hot, get back to winning ways, go back to back, and get into the Champions League. And that is a rough first 10 minutes of this game as Oskarsson is injured, foot injury. So great start there from us. He's picked up an injury. Our best player is already out injured 10 minutes into the season. Stefansson gives it back and gets it back. Over to Traore. Stefansson back to Traore. Hafthorsen. Traore with a good ball down that line to Hafthorsen. Stefansson whipping it to the back post. It makes its way to Subotic and he hits it off the post and it's cleared away. First real good chance from us. 21 minutes on the clock. Sorka looks to keep the pressure on, whipping it back to the back post, looking for Hafthorsen. Jeffs, it's disallowed as I believe it was Jeffs that was offsides on that one. But Subotic puts it in. Good couple minutes there. They turn into a real goal now. Playing it over to Traore. Hafthorsen. Gets past Bokier and cuts it back. Stefansson in the box, plays it in. Great block there. I think it was Markuson that got the block on effort. Turns it away for a corner kick. 33 minutes. We're really starting to put the pressure on, turn up the intensity. We just have yet to find the breakthrough. Soka. Gigi Ingvarsson whipping across to Subotic. And of course, Andrei Subotic is the one to get us going this year. The first goal of the season in the League Cup. Puts us in front 1-0, 33 minutes on the clock. Soka, Gigi Ingvarsson with a great run. First time to whip ball across and Subotic is just wide open in the box, heading it in. And that takes us to halftime. 1-0 lead. Definitely could be up by more. So, a good first half. We don't have our strikers in there really. And we still have a long way to go. First game of the season. All right, with a little rust. Just got to come away with the win. Hamza Traore to take this throw in early in the second half here. Stefansson, Ingvarsson, Hamza Traore, Subotic. Hafthorsen with a hit, and it's made its way in. Victor Andre Hafthorsen. He was given the Player of the Year award for the league last season, and he has got his first goal of the season. So glad that he has decided he stepped up in this save for us. Great effort. You have to have serious questions about Kjartansson in that, but we won't complain. Hafthorsen won't complain, and it's 2-0 right to start the second half. Headed away. Hjalmarsson, Radic. Duke with it, driving at the defense. Albertson's got his positioning a little wrong there as he's come on for Sorka. Albertson gets driven past. Ball's in to Gunnarsson, and Bernabe's there to tip it wide of the post. The first real chance from Njarðvík in this game. And that's going to be that 3-0 win or sorry, 2-0 win from us. Subotic and Hafthorsen getting the goals. Ingvarsson and Subotic with assists. 2-0 win. Definitely deserved to win. Valthorsen came on for his debut. Albertson might be Albertson's debut. I don't remember if that is or not, but got some youngsters on, got the win. That's all I care about. So, very happy with that one. We've got a friendly coming up as Oscarsson is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Bernabé is also going to be out, so he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. That's actually going to be very frustrating. I do have a goalkeeper. We still have, I believe, Gudjonsson. Or Gudmundsson, we do. So Gudmundsson would have to play some. A little worried about that, but it's all right. Got a couple requests coming, friendly, but we still have plenty of time before that Fram game. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get to these requests. I don't even remember what they are, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to get through these requests, see what they are. Maybe they're approved, and then we'll get to that Fram game. Let's see what we got here. Professional status increase, junior coaching, and youth recruitment. So let's see if we can convince them they can't afford it, which is fine. You know, that's actually a reasonable thing. And they will improve youth recruitment. Fantastic stuff. How about junior coaching? They will not improve junior coaching, but youth improvement gets the improvement. Youth recruitment gets improved, so happy with that. 1 of 3. Fine with me. Alright guys, here we are with the Fram game. It's going to be the same lineup. Jess, Subotic, Kanal, Hafthorsen, Stefansson, Gigi, Ingvarsson, Soka, Thorhaldsen, Yamwego, Troy. But Gudmundsson comes in for the injured Bernabé. But I've noticed Kanal is wanted by Liverpool. So hopefully we can hold on to him. If they do come sniffing around, I'm not going to be able to stop Kanal from leaving, but hopefully we can go ahead and get a loan back clause. Hold him on for the rest of our season. Luckily we still got some time. It's not even transfer window. So hopefully we'll hold on to him for the rest of the season. And it's just a little start of some interest for him. But I was worried I was going to start coming for Kanal and Oscarsson. I thought Oscarsson first because he had such a good season 1. But I guess it's Kanal first. So we're here against Fram in the snow. Let's get on with this win. Gerson, Ellison, Kanal wins it. We go down that right-hand side, past Dimitrievich, inside himself, forces a great save from Sigurdsson inside the opening 30 seconds. Thorhaldsen, over to Yamwego, to Hamza Traore, Hafthorsen. Stefansson into Subotic. Subotic with it over the top to Kanal. Kanal brings it down brilliantly in the box, gets past Ellison, cuts it back to Jeffs, bounces around, and it's finally made its way in from Victor Andre Hafthorsen. Jeffs is able to gather the ball, hold it enough, and get it spun around to Hafthorsen, who's able to put it in. Kanal, great work there to get it past his defender and into the 6-yard box. But Hafthorsen puts us in front 1-0 inside the opening 10 minutes. Great start. Sigurdsson to play long. Fram looking for a quick answer. Gigi, Ingvarsson, Subotic over to Hafthorsen now. Stefansson. Hafthorsen to Subotic again. Whipping it in. Jess and Kanal both had a chance, but they forced a good save from Sigurdsson and puts it over for a corner kick. Hamza Traore to take that corner, whipping it into the near post, but it's cleared away. Kanal gets past his defender, brings it in. Hafthorsen has an effort. Once again, Sigurdsson's there to stop it. Nwankwo gets in behind, has an effort from distance as Gudmundsson just makes sure watches it wide. Hamza Traore to take this corner kick. Whipping it in. And Gigi Ingvarsson gets the goal to make it 2 from the corner kick. We don't score many of them. We are quite a small team, which I'm looking to make my way to changing soon. But Hamza Traore, the good ball in, standing up, and Gigi Ingvarsson's just able to get there, get the header down into the ground past Sigurdsson, and we're up 2-0 in the opening 25 minutes. And that's going to take us to halftime. 2-0 lead. Hafþórsson and Gigi Ingvarsson getting the goals. But very, very much on top. Very happy with things so far. Just got to keep pushing on. Alright, that's going to be that right there as we enter the final few seconds. Second half was a whole lot of nothing, but it is what it is. We take it. It's a 2-0 win. Nice and easy. Another clean sheet. Not much to really complain about. Some of the youngsters got on as well. Hafþórsson and Gigi Ingvarsson getting goals as well between the two of them for another win, 2-0 win. Selfoss is our next game. Transfer window is about to come in, so those trials were ending as they make their way into the club. So we will get that game in as well. But 4 new signings confirmed right there. Very happy with that. Bogusin, Illich, Akinyula, and Gudjonsson. So Akinyula, you can see him here. I mean, he's good. He's just a good player. He's a good player. He's not going to be, the very best that we've ever had and will ever have, but he's going to be a solid player. And I think he's going to get a lot of goals for us this year. So very happy with these signings. So let's go ahead. Let's get into that Selfoss game and get these boys playing. All right, guys, here we go with this Fram game. We have got some of these new boys in. Akinyula starts, Hafþórsson, Subotic, Kanal, Ingvarsson, Stefansson, Traore, Ingvarsson, Thorhallsson, Albertsson, Bernabe. Soka has had a really poor start to the League Cup campaign, so he drops out, and I'm just dropping out Yamuego so I can get Akinyula in there. Really, a couple of guys are going to be rotating. I didn't even realize that it was going to be 4 nailed-on starters, all foreigners, but it's all right. We can rotate. You can figure it out. Hamza Traore, I think, is just supposed to be a regular starter. Yeah, regular starter for Traore and a regular starter for Yamuego, so perfectly fine with them coming in and out. Bernabe comes back from injury, so he is able to get the start as well. So Akinyula will wear the number 7. Illich wear number 12. Finn Bogusin, number 25. Let's get into this Selfoss game. Make it 3 wins from 3 and a great start to the season. Albertsson looking for Kanal. Headed away with Kettelson. Botvardsson. Ausman. Won well by Stefansson. Over to Traore. Subotic whipping it in, and Samson Akinyula. It's taken him 4 minutes, the Benin international, to get his first goal for Throttur Reykjavik, and we lead 1-0 over Selfoss. Hamza Traore with a good ball in the space. Subotic, a great run to the channel, great touch, whipping it across, and Akinyula's there. Fox in the box, touching it in, nice and simple, easy as he does it. 1-0 lead early on. Hafþórsson, Traore, Stefansson, Gigi Ingvarsson, Kanal, Akinyula. It's Samson Akinyula once again getting the goal. Easy as he does it. Ramesh Kanal getting the assist, but it's 2 goals in 6 minutes on his debut. And I feel like Samson Akinyula might go ahead and terrorize the league this season. This is a great start to his career here. We lacked consistent solid goals from our strikers so far in our 2 seasons. but Samson Akinyola might just provide it. Ingvarsson. Stefansson to Gigi Ingvarsson. Kanal. Over to Albertson. Good ball in behind. Back to Kanal. He tees one up. It's headed down by Akinyola to Hafthorson, who hits it first time on the volley and sends it over the goal. Hamza Traore to Ingvarsson. Looking for Akinyola. He was able to get a little slight flick on that, but Willard is able to collect it and clear it away, but Thorhallsson wins it back. Back over to Traore on this left-hand side. Hafthorson taken down by Willard. And we continue to be well on the front foot here in this first half. And that takes us to halftime at 2-0. Samson Akinyola with a fantastic, blistering start. We've started to slow down a little bit in terms of serious goal-scoring chances, but we still lead 2-0 and have been absolutely dominant. There's been another second half of not much happening, but can things change with Ramesh Kanal here on this right-hand side? Ketelsen wins it and is able to clear it. Bodvarsson, plenty of space in front of him. Soka looking to recover but can't do so. He has a hit. It's over Bernabé's goal, and Bernabé not troubled at all. Watches it go. The second half has been a second half of not much, and that's fine. We get a 2-0 lead and then see out the game every single game this season in the second half, and no highlights or anything happens. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's been a great start to the season and our League Cup campaign. It's with Kanal now, whipping it in, and Subotic's chance flash goalward, but it's hit wide over. Corner kick. All right, and that will do it. Another 2-0 win for us. Samson Akinyola. Hey, what a way to introduce yourself to this club. With the 2 goals inside 6 minutes. Fantastic start to him. Fantastic start to the season for us. Just an absolutely fantastic start. 2-0 wins. 2-0 win. 3-1 win. 2-0 win. Yeah, 3 league games in the League Cup, and that's 3 2-0 wins. So perfectly happy with how things have gone there. You can see we are currently on 9 points. Reykjavik on 5. So don't need too much to qualify for that next round. Very happy with how things have started. So yeah, got a few more League Cup games here. Obviously these two, Hauker and Reykjavik. I think if we beat Hauker, we should qualify. So I'm going to play these two between episodes, and then barring a catastrophic failure, we'll be back for the semifinal and final of the League Cup, semifinal, hopefully the final, I should say, and then the start of the league season. Transfer-wise, I've got nothing else going as things stand. Someone like this, Maro Katanic, I'm so tempted. I keep going back and forth if I want to bring him in or not, but I'm pretty happy with Thorhallsson and Yamwego. I still want Icelandic players in my team as much as I can, really. I just now saw this guy, Johan Ellertson. He's 6 foot, left back. It wouldn't be a bad option if I'm being honest, but I'm just worried about some of the other implications, with Hamza Traore and all. But there's so many players here. Scouts are still doing their business, which I'm very happy on. You can see there, scouts, we are full. Let's see if I can increase scout. Nah, can't increase scouts, at least for the moment. Very happy with how things have started so far this season. So 2 games between episodes. We'll be back for the semifinals, so make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you guys in that video.